Once upon a time, in a small farm nestled in the countryside, lived a lazy cat named Whiskers. Whiskers loved to spend her days lounging in the sun and eating as much food as she could get her paws on. She was happy with her life of leisure and didn't care much about anything else. On the other side of the farm, there was a hard-working pig named Wilbur. Wilbur spent his days tending to the fields, planting crops, and taking care of the other animals on the farm. He never stopped working, and he took pride in his ability to get things done. One day, as Whiskers was lazily eating a bowl of cream, she saw Wilbur passing by with a large trunk of tree on his back. He was straining with the weight, but he didn't stop moving. Whiskers couldn't believe how strong Wilbur was, and she admired his work ethic. "Hey, Wilbur! What are you doing with that tree trunk?" asked Whiskers. "I'm moving it to the other side of the farm, so we can build a new fence. It's hard work, but it needs to be done," replied Wilbur, breathing heavily. Whiskers watched as Wilbur continued on his way, sweat pouring down his face. She felt a sense of shame and guilt as she realized how little she contributed to the farm. She knew she needed to do something to help out. The next day, when Wilbur was working in the fields, Whiskers decided to join him. She offered to help with the weeding, and even though it was hard work, she stuck with it. She was surprised by how good it felt to contribute and be part of something bigger than herself. As the days went on, Whiskers became more and more involved in the farm's activities. She helped with the planting, feeding the other animals, and even building the fence. She discovered a sense of purpose that she had never felt before, and she loved the feeling of accomplishment that came with working hard. One day, as Whiskers was taking a break from her work to eat some tuna, she saw Wilbur passing by with another large trunk of tree on his back. This time, instead of just watching, Whiskers jumped up to help him. Together, they carried the trunk across the farm, and Whiskers realized how much stronger she had become since she started working. She was proud of herself, and she knew that Wilbur was proud of her too. From that day on, Whiskers worked hard alongside Wilbur, and they became the best of friends. They shared a bond of hard work and dedication, and Whiskers realized that life was about more than just eating and lazing around. She had found a new purpose and a new friend, and she was happier than she had ever been before. Once there was a young man who had a passion for carpentry. He had always been fascinated by the intricate details of woodworking and dreamed of one day becoming a master carpenter himself. One day, he decided to seek out an experienced carpenter to learn from, and he found a well-respected master carpenter who agreed to take him on as an apprentice. The young man was thrilled to have the opportunity to learn from such an accomplished craftsman. However, he quickly discovered that the master carpenter was a very impatient teacher. He would often become frustrated with the young man's mistakes and lack of experience. But the trainee didn't let the master's impatience discourage him. Instead, he worked harder and longer, determined to show his teacher that he was truly committed to learning the trade. One day, the master carpenter decided to put the trainee's skills to the test by asking him to help build a house. The young man was thrilled at the opportunity and worked tirelessly alongside his teacher. He was eager to prove himself, and he paid close attention to everything his master said and did. As the days turned into weeks, the young man's skills began to improve rapidly. He was able to complete tasks quickly and accurately, and the master carpenter began to take notice. He saw the trainee's hard work and dedication and realized that he had been too hard on him before. Together, they continued to work on the house, building each section with precision and care. The young man was amazed at how quickly he was progressing, and he felt a sense of pride and accomplishment with each completed task. Finally, after months of hard work, the house was complete. It was a beautiful structure, crafted with the care and skill of a true master carpenter. The young man beamed with pride, knowing that he had played a crucial role in its construction. The master carpenter approached the trainee, his face full of admiration and respect. "You have become a skilled carpenter," he said, "and I am proud to have taught you. You have shown me that with hard work and determination, anything is possible." The trainee smiled, feeling grateful for the master carpenter's guidance and for the opportunity to learn from such a skilled craftsman. From that day forward, he continued to work hard and hone his skills, always remembering the lessons he had learned and the sense of accomplishment he had felt while building that house. Once upon a time, in a busy office, a new copy machine arrived. Despite being young, the copy machine always seemed to be in a bad mood. Whenever someone tried to print something, the copy machine would act up by printing too much ink or producing messy pages. The loud and annoying noises it made only added to the frustration of the office workers, who were left with a headache every time they used the copy machine. Next to the grumpy copy machine sat an old fax machine. Unlike its younger counterpart, the fax machine was always in a good mood, humming along peacefully as it completed its tasks. Its work was always impeccable, with clean and crisp papers being sent and received. The office workers appreciated the fax machine and enjoyed using it. One day, the fax machine decided to talk to the copy machine and inspire it to be a better machine. It told the copy machine to try to enjoy helping people and to work hard without complaining too much. The copy machine listened to the fax machine's advice, and slowly but surely, it began to improve. It learned to control its temper and produce high-quality prints without any issues. The two machines also became good friends. However, one day, the fax machine was declared too old and had to be discarded. The young copy machine was devastated to lose its friend. The fax machine, sensing the copy machine's sadness, comforted it by saying that it was happy with its life. It had helped a lot of people and had done its job well. It encouraged the copy machine to continue being a good machine and to make both of them proud. The copy machine agreed, and with a heavy heart, watched as the fax machine was taken away. From that day on, the copy machine worked harder than ever before. It remembered the advice of its friend, the fax machine, and always tried to be in a good mood while helping people. The office workers began to appreciate the copy machine's newfound efficiency and reliability. The copy machine knew that it had big shoes to fill, but it was determined to make the fax machine proud. It was happy to continue its work, knowing that it was doing its best to help the people in the office, just like its friend had done before it. Anna had been working as a waitress at a popular restaurant for several years. She loved her job and took pride in providing excellent service to every customer. Even on the busiest nights, when the restaurant was short-staffed, she always did her best to keep up with the demands of the job. One particularly busy evening, the restaurant was short-handed, and Anna found herself running from table to table, taking orders, serving food, and clearing plates. Despite the chaos and stress, she never lost her cool or her positive attitude. Customers at neighboring tables noticed her hard work and dedication, and they began to comment on her exceptional service. Some even asked to speak to the manager to compliment her work. As the night wore on, Anna became even more determined to provide excellent service, knowing that her efforts were making a difference. She greeted each customer with a smile, took their orders promptly, and ensured that their meals were served hot and on time. Despite the long hours and the physical demands of the job, Anna never once complained or let her fatigue show. She was a true professional, always striving to provide the best possible experience for every customer. At the end of the night, the restaurant manager pulled Anna aside and thanked her for her outstanding work. He told her that several customers had commented on her exceptional service and had left generous tips in recognition of her efforts. Anna felt a sense of pride and satisfaction knowing that her hard work had paid off. She knew that even in the toughest of situations, she could always rely on her positive attitude and her commitment to providing excellent service. From that day forward, Anna became known as one of the best waitresses in the restaurant. Customers requested to sit in her section, and her fellow staff members looked up to her as a model of professionalism and dedication. Anna's story is a reminder that even in the toughest of situations, we can always find a way to do our best and make a positive impact on others. Her commitment to excellence and her positive attitude serve as an inspiration to all who strive to make a difference in their work and in their lives.